The railway station looked ordinary during the day, but after midnight it became something else entirely. Lights flickered like dying stars. The air smelled of rust and wet stone, and silence wrapped itself around the platforms like a suffocating blanket. Platform number 13 stood at the extreme end, barely visible through thick fog. It was not marked on official maps, yet it existed, waiting patiently for those who had nowhere else to go. Rowan arrived at the station at 12:47 in the morning. His phone battery was dead. His wallet held only a few coins, and exhaustion weighed heavily on his body. The last train to his village was rumored to stop briefly at platform 13. Ticket clerks avoided answering questions about it, and other passengers pretended not to hear him when he asked for directions. Dragging his bag, Rowan followed a narrow path past the main platforms. With every step, the crowd noise faded until only the sound of his own breathing remained. Fog crept along the ground, curling around his shoes. When he finally reached platform 13, a strange pressure settled in his chest, like the station itself was watching him arrive. The platform was long and poorly lit. Broken benches lined the wall, and old posters peeled like dead skin. A single clock hung crookedly, its hands frozen at 1:13. Rowan checked his watch. Time was moving, but the clock was not. He swallowed hard and sat down, trying to calm his racing thoughts. Stories he had heard as a child returned to his mind. Elders spoke of Chhalava, a deceptive spirit that appeared as a helpless traveler, often a woman, luring lonely souls toward death. Rowan dismissed a memory with a weak smile, telling himself fear was natural in strange places at night. Minutes stretched painfully. The fog thickened and the lights buzzed louder. Suddenly, footsteps echoed behind him. Rowan turned and saw a woman standing near the platform pillar. She wore a faded sari, dirty and torn, as if she had walked a long distance. Her hair hung loosely, partially covering her face. "Is this the train to Badarpur?" she asked quietly. Her voice sounded distant, hollow, like it came from deep underground. Rowan hesitated, then nodded. She stepped closer and sat beside him. A sharp cold radiated from her body, and Rowan felt his skin prickle. When he glanced toward the cracked glass panel behind them, he noticed something disturbing. Her reflection was missing. Rowan's heart pounded. He stood up slowly, pretending to adjust his bag. The woman tilted her head unnaturally, her neck bending at an angle no human could manage. A faint smile spread across her lips, revealing teeth darker than the night itself. "You should not walk alone here," she whispered. The lights suddenly went out. Darkness swallowed the platform, and a distant train horn echoed, long and distorted. Rowan stumbled backward, panic gripping his chest. When the lights flickered back on seconds later, the woman was gone. Deep claw marks scarred the concrete where she had been sitting. Fear took control. Rowan started running toward the entrance, but the platform stretched endlessly. No matter how fast he ran, the end never came closer. Fog rolled thicker, pressing in from all sides. From within it came laughter, sharp and cruel, circling him like a predator. Out of the mist appeared an old railway guard. His uniform was torn, eyes wide with terror. He raised a trembling finger toward Rowan and warned him never to trust anyone who appeared alone on this platform, especially after midnight. Before Rowan could ask for help, the guard dissolved into fog. The laughter returned, louder now. Rowan turned slowly, dread freezing his blood. The woman crawled toward him on all fours, limbs bending backward, bones cracking loudly. Her eyes glowed red, burning through the darkness. "You waited," she hissed. "Now you stay." Rohan ran toward the tracks as the sound of an approaching train thundered through the station. The Chhalava screamed, her body stretching impossibly as she chased him. Just as the headlights burst through the fog, Rohan jumped, grabbing the train door with desperate strength. The creature's scream echoed as the train pulled away. Rohan collapsed inside, shaking violently. Other passengers stared at him, their expressions empty and distant, as if they could not truly see him. When morning came, Rohan reached his village safely. He tried to forget the night, convincing himself it was exhaustion and fear. Weeks passed, but strange things followed him. He saw fog drifting through his room at night. He heard distant train horns where no tracks existed. One evening, while washing his face, Rohan looked into the mirror and froze. His reflection smiled when he did not. His eyes glowed faintly red. A whisper echoed in his ears, soft and familiar, reminding him of Platform 13. Late one night, Rohan found himself standing at a small rural station. He did not remember how he got there. Fog surrounded the platform, and a rusted sign creaked in the wind. Platform number 13. Rohan smiled slowly, patiently, as footsteps approached from behind.